What is going on,
Hello.
everybody? I am Trevor, and I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, and you know what's funny? I didn't prepare a better intro. I was thinking about it. I was like, I think I usually just say, "Hey guys," when I start my videos.
You
like,
do.
I was thinking about that unintentionally. Like it just kind of became something I did. So I'm here with Ollie. Ollie, the gamer. He's a third of his kind.
He's a third of his kind.
And
you know,
we're
saying it with the wrong pronunciation could be misinterpreted. He's the third. He's the turd of his kind. He's the
turd
third
of his kind. Oliver the turd. So yeah, we're back here, and this part's gonna be a little more entertaining to watch. Because something different happens. Now I'm using guides, and I have tools. I'm gonna start this video. I'm just gonna reveal something that also I think is hilarious. So I was really stuck, and you have to get the gun to progress this game, right? But the gun isn't used anywhere. I knew where the flowers went, but the gun doesn't go anywhere. So I'm kind of back at square one. So I think I start this, and I look into where I have to go next, and something amazing happens. I didn't realize, because there are occasional cars with satellite dishes on them, right? They don't highlight, they don't do anything, and you have no reason to think they are any objects, because if you hit anything else like the mailboxes or the garbage cans, nothing happens, right?
Yeah.
If you hit the cars, the trunks open up, and inside the trunks of the cars, you can find equipment.
Oh.
Which, again, they didn't tell me. I just had to happen by it online. You know what's funny, Ollie? Before I did this part, before I did this Let's Play, I've only played through Psychonaughts once before in my life, and it was when I got my first decent PC, okay?
Alright.
And I really wanted to play this video game, but PS2 copies of this game are retarded expensive. Like, you can lose an arm and a leg to buying a copy of Psychonauts. The only reason I bought a physical copy for this game was, you know, like, it's not like I'm dying for cash right now, but it's also, I found a good deal on Amazon. Like, someone was selling it brand new for like $40, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy it for $40, no problem. But this is, damn it, Trevor.
Get drunk, Trevor. Get drunk.
Oh, I hate myself. I bought it only for that reason, but I played this game almost entirely in one weekend. But I got to this part, and suddenly my game came to a grinding halt. Like, I couldn't finish it. And much like Metal Arms, actually, and this is really funny, because Metal Arms, I had the same problem, but when you get to the part of Metal Arms glitch in the system where you're fighting General Corrosive, and I air quote fighting, and I mean he's actually following you and stomping on you,
Yeah.
I couldn't finish Metal Arms glitch in the system because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. Like, I found the machine, right, with the chips.
Yeah, but you didn't know where the chips were.
Exactly, but I didn't actually have a clue how to even survive long enough to get my hands on the chips, right?
Yeah.
So here I am running around like an idiot, and I'm like, barrage cannon, just trying to find anything I can. It was a nightmare, but I couldn't beat it. So like months and months and months, I was on like the second last level of Metal Arms glitch in the system, and I actually found this amazing guide on GameFAQs. This guy actually drew a map out, right? Like, he drew it from a top-down perspective, and he's like, this is where you start, this is where you're facing. There's a chip here, 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 and here, you know? If you're objective, you won't be crushed by General Corrosive, which is a lie, because that guy decides when he wants to kill you.
Yeah. But aren't the chips randomized?
Well, no. They're generally in the same spot. They might not be in exactly the same barrel, but...
Okay.
I know for a fact that the first two are always in the same spot. Although it was really funny when I was doing this Let's Play with Jesse, because I only knew where the first two of the four you need were.
Yeah, and
as
the
you
fifth
did
one,
that
you have
fantastic,
trouble.
yeah. You had that fantastic, like, let's see how long it takes him to notice this. And for us, we're so freaked out about General Corrosive, we can't even focus, right? Like, we're just like, I don't want to die this way.
It actually happened a couple of times, but I only did it one time because it specifically appeared at that time and was the longest period of time where you simply didn't notice after you passed by it two times before Jesse was like, dude, it's there.
It's right there, and I'm just like, I'll get it on the next pass. It's too dangerous. That guy, General Corrosive, busts my balls beyond repair. He is so hard. He's not hard when you fight him. He's not that hard when you fight him. But, like, wow, does he just really, like, just make it a real problem. As you can tell here again, I am completely lost. The mailbox sees you as a big toe for whatever reason.
Okay.
Psychonauts, man, it's weird.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I got stuck on this part for, like, months and months and months. And this was before I used guides in video games, right? So Star Fox Adventures I played for years and years, and I was like, what do I do? Because you have to get into, what was it? I couldn't get past, you know, the strength challenge in Littlefoot Village?
Yeah.
Or Lightfoot Village? Couldn't do it. Couldn't figure it out. And realistically, it is just like a test of your will, right?
Yeah.
And then I found that amazing guide that said, couldn't do this for 6 months, put a pen on my controller, jiggled it back and forth, beat it in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? And then I could progress through Star Fox Adventures.
Man, Star Fox Adventure is the most tedious Zelda game. Well, maybe not the tedious, but it's like the most tedious non-Zelda game ever, besides Zelda 1.
Besides Zelda 1.
Fuck,
It's
fuck Zelda 1. With the Grumble guy at Dungeon 7 wants to meet that costs 250 rupees out of the 255 rupee limit, and in a shop that's secret in like the other side of the map, and he's just right there in the middle of the dungeon, not at the beginning, in the goddamn middle of the dungeon, very far away from your origin point where you're supposed to get the goddamn meat.
It's awful. It's awful. So, sorry, Ollie, I'm going to come right back to what you were saying. But as you can see, I just found out in my guide that you can punch the back of trucks open, and now I have the watering can. So that means I can go in this house without getting arrested. And this guy's singing his heart out about it. Zelda is super... and I think I've mentioned this before, but I've never been, like... I'm not a huge fan of the Zelda format. I find it tiring and very tedious.
I got you.
Especially, mostly because it's the same, and I've never been wowed by a Zelda game where it's been like, this is completely different. It's eventually I'm gonna get a bow and arrow. It's gonna be my most useful tool. I might get some variation on a hook shot. I'm gonna get something that makes me heavy, and I'm gonna get something that starts fires. You know, you get the point.
Yeah.
Like it's all very standard fare for my for what I've seen of Zelda. I just know where it's going, and I don't super care for that. I think that's why I did like when I was a kid. Star Fox Adventures meant so much to me. And the reason for that was because it was Zelda format, but it wasn't quite the same format that I was used to. You would do things in that game like let's see if I can think of an example, like collecting scarabs to feed to guards because they're animals, I thought was cool. Let's see. Things, even small things like playing with Tricky changes his color. Buying the you can buy items early. Like, you don't have to do a dungeon to get the zoom lenses, right? You just can buy them, and you can buy them immediately. And I think I did that in my Let's Play, like, where I just took care of all the crap that you have to buy. There's like a few limitations, like you can't buy the golden like artichoke or whatever it is until you can't buy it until you get to like the very end of the game because you need the bigger scarab bag. But there was so much that you didn't have to do in that game.
Yeah,
and that was super cool. I liked that.
My favorite for some Zelda games.
Oh, they do for sure. Like there was the Link Between Worlds, which I haven't played, but I like that you can buy the items early, so it's like, oh, I really want the hammer, and you can just do whatever the hammer requires. Yeah. But if you die, they're like, well, we repossess them, you know?
All of them
that was really
optionals.
Cool. Yeah, exactly. Very cool. You know what the best Zelda-style game is, Ollie? And I have considered doing a Let's Play of this, but it's just no way, because it's too dialogue-heavy, and it would bore the audience. But, I think Okami is the best Zelda-style game.
Oh, good one.
Okami is amazing. And you know, the thing about Okami, and if you guys haven't played this, you'll have to forgive me, because it's light on the spoiler turf. I'm not going to give super big details on this, but in Okami, they bring up this story, and it's the Demon King Orochi has awoken, and he's taken the sun, like the sun god Amaterasu comes down to fight him, right? And he's covering the world in darkness and like a poison fog. So it's up to Amaterasu and what the hell is Ino? Is that the name of the flea?
I think it's God damn it! You make me want to Google so much.
Yeah, I can never remember. It's like the odd things I don't remember. But anyway, this flea follows Amaterasu on its adventure. But what Okami does that's unbelievable
is it's Isun.
Isun, that's correct. Yeah, that's definitely right. So what Okami does that no one else does better is no playthrough is going to be the same for everybody. I'm going to give you some examples here. So I'm playing this game, and I have the ability, I find the ability to double jump, and I can light fires without actually having to have a source fire. Because the first firepower you get lets you draw a line from a fire to where you need to spread the fire.
Yeah.
But you can get the power of like infinite flame, and you can just make fires appear. You can get it with ice and stuff too, but like I had this power. My friends beat the game without actually getting the infinite firepower. But something that he did that I didn't was he got the ability to walk on water.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because anyone who's played the game knows that water is a big obstacle point, and there's an ocean in the game. Like there's an actual ocean for you to go over, and I never got to explore it except for awkward lily pad placements, which is a different power you get to explore water.
Oh god, that was close.
Yeah, it was close, right? I'm going to get this piece of luggage first. So my friend found the ability to walk on water. A different friend of mine found some other crazy... Oh, he got like time stop, which I never found.
Amazing ability.
Yeah, but that's the part about Okami that's super cool. So they'll give you what you need to play the game, but it'd be kind of like playing Zelda, where if you just looked around and you were like, hey, there's a cave over there. The problem with Zelda is there's a good chance that it's just going to be rupees or a heart piece, right? You know what you're getting out of like an optional dungeon. Whereas in Okami, it's like, hey, I wonder what's over there. And you go in, and then you end up with the ability to shoot missiles out. Like instead of cluster bombs, maybe you get missiles or something, you know? The game changes dramatically. So, guys, I'm going to explain this to you, too. This is hilarious because the guide taught me how to do this. I found this earlier, and I didn't think anything of it because I don't have a code, right? What you have to do here, and I'm going to screw it up first, but you have to go and you have to use the pin. You enter literally any pin you want, which they don't really tell you, and you get denied. But what happens is the door is going to open, and then this guy comes out. What you have to do is use clairvoyance on him. See, I have to back out because I'm in his like zone of awareness. What you actually have to do with this guy is let him walk up to the keypad. Once he locks himself out, use clairvoyance so you can see what the pin is, and then enter the pin yourself to go inside. Again, you could do this at any point in time, but I didn't realize that. That is some convoluted BS there.
That is. May I, sorry.
On.
I'll let you go first.
All I was going to say was, with Okami, what is super amazing about Okami, and again, minor spoiler turf here, I got sidetracked by the game itself. When you play Okami, they tell the story of Orochi and how you have to go on this magical adventure to stop him. So I did that, and I probably logged about 25 hours into the game, finally getting to Orochi, doing this big end of days fight with him for the future of the world, right? And you beat Orochi, and I was like, yeah, awesome, nice. Like, we beat Okami. That game was amazing. And then the game doesn't end.
Yeah.
The game doesn't end, and you wake up the next day after the celebration takes place, right? Because everyone's partying because Orochi's dead, right? You're partying, and everything's amazing. But here's the thing. Issun is telling you, dude, that's amazing, but you promised me we'd go find the rest of the brush techniques. You got to go do that. Well, okay. And naturally, I just thought it was like, go complete, like, more, collection's sake, right? Go find more collection stuff. And then there's another story mode. And then in the game that I paid $20 for, I've already logged a full game's time in it, and they're telling me there's more video game. And I go and you do this big long adventure where you find out that the nine-tailed fox is wreaking havoc in a whole new world map. The game's not even close to being done. And then I stop the nine-tailed fox in some big epic battle, right? And I'm like, okay, that was sweet. Okay, end of game, right? And like, that's it. And there's another
And then there's Yummy.
And it never, ever, ever stops. And it's awesome. I've never felt like I've got more value out of a video game. This is also convoluted. You walk into a black room and you have to use clairvoyance to see what the security cameras see.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's super bad. Like, without a guide, I would have never done this. If I tried to do this live, it would be awful. Like, it would have just been a catastrophe. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Oh yeah. I would like to go on the God damn it. I would like to go on a fanboy tangent about Okami.
Yeah.
And it's fairly similarities to Zelda. What I absolutely love about Okami, because I think it has a better story than almost any action adventure game in existence. To me, it has one of the best stories, and not because it's convoluted, and not because it has complexity in it. It's a fairly straightforward tale. But what I love is that it's based on mythologies, and all of these mythologies are morals in themselves, and those morals are characters, and those beats within your action are characters themselves and part of a bigger philosophy. And it just blows my mind that everything within that story, even the minute of details, tells the tales of something within the mythology which is part of a bigger philosophy. And it just blows my mind to think about it.
It's unbelievable how much love is in that. And again, it's something I'd like to do, but there's no audience for it, because it wouldn't even be like a 10-part series. I would say it wouldn't even be there like a 30-part series. I don't know what my longest series was. It would probably be in the 100 range, like 130, 140. Like, it's really bad. Oh, this is really cool. I didn't talk about this either. So let's say hypothetically you get to this boss, right? This is another power-up you need in order to complete this world. It's kind of like it's weeding you out to see if you are a high enough level to progress to the end game of Psychonauts, because you need telekinesis in order to throw the bombs coming out of that thing's, like, stomach, right? You have to throw them back in its stomach. You could only do this if you have the optional power for telekinesis.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't have to get telekinesis. I mean, realistically, I guess you do, because you need to be able to beat the boss. But
yeah.
Outside of telekinesis, there's no way to kill this boss.
Okay.
But that's really neat.
Yeah. I just fact-checked something for you.
Yep.
Chugga did a 78 part of Okami.
Wow.
Let's play.
That is so long.
Yeah.
Like, it's not... I don't think it's a bad experience, but, like, it would be cool to watch, but it would be cool to watch... it would be cool to watch, but it would be way better to play. And it's exactly the kind of game where you just go and play it for yourself, because you're going to have your own adventure. Like, you're going to play this, and if you talk to a buddy about it, and you'd be like, man, when I got that sweet ability to run up the side of walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that was also, again, just, that's the fun of Okami. It's just like, it's like Metroid. You're just like, oh man, what is that? Well, I don't know. But if you do find out what it is, and you're like, holy crap, I can climb the side of that tower, I better go do that. The game pays you with other cool powers.
Yeah. Then again, it's a crazy man that did it. We're talking about a guy who did like 120 part series of Xenoblade Chronicle. That man is crazy.
Like, that's unbelievable. So again, good stuff. Really, really recommend playing Okami. But as far as regular Zeldas go, it's not for me. But I totally respect people's love for the series. It's kind of like, I'm gonna get a little angry texts and comments on this one, but Nintendo's been really phoning it in lately.
I agree.
I don't want to play the same Zelda game, and everyone's getting excited for the new Wii U Zelda game, but I'm like, listen, man, unless you're gonna change like stuff up, and it looks like that's what they kind of wanted to do with the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Because it kind of looks like they've got this sort of past super technology thing going, which could be cool. Because Link has like an explosive arrow, which they've done in the past, but like it kind of looks super high tech, right? And there's a robot in the trailer, like
they seem to
sweeping
change
the
the lore a little bit more in this one.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll change at least the gadgets, man, you know? What's going on right now, guys, is Raz just found an area, this is what the gun is for, where these assassins are getting picked off by a sniper at the top of a building. And you can't walk in the area because they'll know you're fake, so you have to bring a... I screwed this up. Not bad, but like look how much damage I take for this. You have to bring your shield, which is another power you need. Insta-death. Yeah. So you have to be able to deflect the shot in order to get to the other side. But you have to get to the other side in order to carry out. Anyway, they're not doing anything new. I played the last 3 new Mario games, and I don't own a Wii U. I haven't purchased. I have like a 3DS, which is probably the last Nintendo console I've purchased, which sounds old, but realistically. Anyway, I still play all of them because Jesse has a Wii U, and we play all these games together, right? I played the new Super Mario 3D World, which I thought was kind of fun, although I don't super care for competitive co-op. And it was safe. That's the way I have to describe it. The game was safe. They didn't want to take any risks. I played the new Zelda game. I have 2 copies of Skyward Sword. And I played it, and I thought to myself, like, okay, it's Zelda, you know? Yeah. You took some risks, you took some tries, like, you just did some small stuff. But it's the same game fundamentally. And I've seen this. I've seen it all.
Dude,
I don't...
You want to talk about phoning it in?
Yeah.
Not Star Wars, Star Fox.
I haven't played Zero, eh?
I haven't played Zero yet, but from everybody that talks about it, it talks about how great and new it feels. It seems like they just made Star Fox 64 2, and instead of saying it's a remake, they just call it Zero instead.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the deal, though. Like, Nintendo's afraid to take a risk. The biggest slap in the face. Let's get this out in the open, because now we're talking about it. And I haven't talked about this with Jesse on anything, so I'm going to talk about it with you. The biggest slap in the face I received was Metroid Federation Force.
Oh, God.
What the hell was that? What? You know what they want. Oh, this is another classic example of what the hell am I supposed to do. So they give me this, right? And I'm like, I guess, because Raz says I need a better look from I need a better look up top, right? And this helicopter keeps coming by, so I'm trying to grab onto it, which is something you've done before in the game, right?
All right.
You have to use clairvoyance on the helicopter so it can show you where you need to go.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but you can only use clairvoyance on the helicopter if you have the helicopter helmet.
That is confusing.
Oh, it's so bad. But anyway, Metroid Federation Force, I've seen lots of gameplay of it now.
What a disappointment of an announcement.
It's not even like they tried to put out, like, Metroid... Oh my gosh, dude. Like, if they tried to put out another Metroid Prime Hunters game, I feel like they would get less negative feedback. They know no one wants this. You know what you could have done to make things more interesting? Maybe make a co-op Metroid game, but put the hunters in as classes so at least everybody feels special, right? I don't feel special when I'm playing as like a suit of armor that everyone else is also wearing. I don't care. I don't care how fancy your story missions are, you know? To me, it just sounds like a boring excuse for nothing, you know?
I gotcha. But then again, you have the complete opposite, and you get something like Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the complete opposite of phoning it in and just saying, fuck it. I'm gonna censor that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's alright. I trust you.
But it's just the complete opposite of saying, hey, here's a platformer, and then you get the Sonic Boom, which is like, hey, here's a beat 'em all type of game.
Yeah, he's a beat 'em up with an open world. Like, what? What? And then they're like, did we mention? I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else has come out.
Did we mention we should have put 2 more years of development in this game, but we went for.
By the way, horrible. It's actually it's listed. It's worse than Sonic 06, which you didn't think could ever happen.
No, I thought about this.
What do? They immediately say Sonic Boom 2.
Yeah.
Fire and Ice, and everyone is like, "What?
What are you doing?"
It's a contract thing, clearly, right? Because no one's gonna resell the same game, especially after that.
Clearly.
Absolute catastrophe.
Dude, even Sonic 06 was a platinum seller on Xbox 360.
Yeah,
How the hell do you mess that up?
Like, that's bad. You couldn't fill a landfill with Sonic, like Sonic Boom. It is a joke. We're almost done this video, so guys, I'm gonna apologize right now. It's weird, but I don't actually, and this is important, I don't actually collect 100% of the items in this stage, which is clear because, again, they're all over the place. The only thing I think I miss is the baggage. Like, I get most of the figments and stuff, but the baggage, I don't. In order to get the baggage, I have to go back to the world map, and it's, as you can see here, it's just like, it's just a pain to get around. So I phone it in and I just go for it. But you know what's interesting about this? There's a boss at the end.
Just like it traps you in a hell with a demon monster of 1,000 arms.
Well, I think what happens is the squirrel is taking pictures of you, like for the government guys.
Oh.
But here's the thing. I'm playing this right now, and I see I don't have telekinesis on. I screwed up.
The curse of the squirrel.
But yeah, I get confused here, and I give up. But there's a boss at the end of the stage that I don't even remember from Psychonauts, period. And it's a big boss, like it's a real boss at the end of this stage. It's not like these guys. These guys are like mini bosses.
Yeah.
There's a real boss at the end of the stage, which is crazy to me. But yeah, I could talk with Ollie all about Sonic. But if you guys want to see that, go check out Ollie's Sonic Generation bonus parts, because it is like 5 or so parts of just the two of us talking about Sonic.
That's like
we talk
a
about
solid
everything.
2 to 3 hours of just us going
talking
on
about
tangents.
Sonic. Yeah,
it's just tangents upon tangents upon tangents of discussion.
Oh, dude. It goes on and on and on.
It's fun though. That's where we got the Y'all Jesus one.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. Did I ever send you that Y'all Need Jesus thing?
I think I did. Which thing?
I think I sent you like a picture I found. It was just like a Y'all Need Jesus.
Oh, wait. Is it the one you Skyped me?
Yeah, I think it was that one.
Dude, I'm gonna put the picture on the screen.
Oh yeah, do
it.
Do it. Man, those are good. I could talk about Sonic for days, but anyway, back on point though. Nintendo, I really do like there are Mario games I really like, you know? There are like I really liked the new Super Mario Brothers Wii U. The reason I liked it, because there are worlds in that game that I feel like aren't cliches. Like the Vincent Van Gogh. There's like a Vincent Van Gogh ghost world, which I thought was really neat. The problem, it's super cool. Oh, you did? That's awesome. I can't even remember it. You'll have to send it to me back again. But there's cool stuff in there, but like it plays like nothing happens. There's still, you know, a million tiny castles, and you fight Bowser at the end, and nothing happens. Fun fact. This is another part. I'm just gonna explain this, and I'll go back to what I was saying. But I can't figure out how to get into the like Den Mother's house here.
Okay.
Why can't I figure out how to get into the Den Mother's house? Because you have to knock on the door, turn invisible, so they don't see you, and then they come out to look for you, and then you can walk in the house.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyway. Ollie, there's like an important cutscene before the boss here, and I don't know when I record the next section if it's going to be in here. So if we talk too loud over it, do you just want to loop it back at the end of this part?
All right.
Yeah, I just figured I'd throw that up there for you.
There you go.
Oh, sweet.
I just gave you the picture.
The starter pack. That's good.
It's freaking fantastic.
It's super funny. Oh shoot, what was I gonna say about this? It was about
cutscenes.
Oh, okay. I just I bought around Christmas time. I bought a copy of Mario and Luigi Paper Jam because I have all of these games. I have finished all of them, although I will go out and say that Mario and Luigi Dream Team is the most tedious RPG I think I've ever had to play through. I was bored through all of it. Paper Jam, no, this is the thing. Paper Jam, I didn't even finish. I make a note to finish every game I purchase, which is amazing because you guys have never seen my collection, but it's quite vast. And Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, in very rare occasions, I won't finish a video game. I decided I'm not going to finish that because I've never been so bored, midway through an RPG. The game offered me nothing. I would walk into an area, and this is the problem I had with Dream Team as well, because Dream Team does this, where you walk into an area or a zone, and then you only have maybe 1 or 2 enemy varieties. You will fight those enemy varieties, those 2 enemies, for probably like 4 hours. And then after you get like a very classic, you expect like nothing new boss fight, you know? An example, like you'll fight PD, or you'll fight Kamek, or you'll fight, you know, Baby Bowser Jr., or one of the Koopalings, you know, like it's gonna come. This is the cutscene. I'll finish this thought and we can replay it at the end so you guys don't miss anything. But it was so bad. I got to this part where they told me yet again, because the gimmick in this one, in the last one, it was you have to find these pillow people, right? And you have to do mini dungeons to find pillow people. In this one, you have to capture toads. So I captured all the toads, and I got to like a second or third point in the game where they told me, hey, in order to progress the game, you need to go back and do all of the toad collection missions you've done, but on hard mode. And I'm like, that's like 3 hours of my life replaying the game, that like not even a great game mechanic, but like a tedious game mechanic. And I was like, you know what, I don't have time for this. I just do not have time for this. And I just put it away, and I started playing literally anything else I was working on. I finished Mad Max, which was what I was actually playing at the time. I had lots more to play, but I decided not to finish Paper Jam. Wow. Although the final boss of the game looks very cool, and I have seen it, I was extra disappointed that the final boss of Paper Jam, because the game has a secret final boss. In Dream Team, the secret final boss is Bowser Jr. Very disappointing. The secret final boss in Paper Jam is Dry Bowser.
Oh, come on.
I don't even care at that point. Like, I'm just fighting Bowser. Like, don't give me that crap. At least in Dream Team, there was a chance that half vampire guy was going to be the final boss. Because in the first 3 Mario and Luigi RPGs, all great. Go play them, especially Bowser's Inside Story. But anyway, that's what it is. I'll try to wrap this up. They're all great. There's lots of... The final boss isn't always Bowser, and I just cannot stress this enough. I don't always need to fight the big lizard. I know what Bowser does. I see him every time I close my eyes in Super Mario. He is always around. But that's just a small Nintendo rant. I'm sorry, because I used up all of our time here in this part, like in this Let's Play.
Should I say my signature line to you?
Yeah, man, let's hear it.
God damn it, Trevor.
You guys should come out to the streams. It's fun. So that's going to be it for Ollie and I today. We're finished this part of Let's Play Psychonauts, these last 2 parts. It was a pleasure having Ollie out here. And I want to have him more. Like, I want to have him come out to more of these. He's busy. I know he's busy. He's working on his own stuff. He's working on school. So maybe at some point or another we'll toss him in. If you want to hear more, go to Ollie's channel because he's great and his videos are fantastic. Aww. Or don't awe me, you're making it worse. But if you just want to hear Ollie and I talk for like 2 hours about Sonic, that exists. Just go check out the bonus episodes for Sonic Generations, which is also just by itself a great Let's Play. And you guys should totally check that out too. But as far as it goes, I'm Trevor. This is Gaming Memoirs, and this is Ollie of also soon to be Gaming Memoirs. Or you can check out his other stuff at Oliver Gamer 3. but we're Team GM.
Team GM.
Oh, wait, I can't do that because General Motors would sue my ass.
We're Team Jim.
We're Team Jim.
We're Team Jim.
Team Jim. You guys should come by and check out the other stuff. Go to Ollie's channel. Go check out Jesse's stuff. We just finished the Let's Play of Donkey Kong Country 2, and it's absolutely hilarious. Go watch the Animal Antics episode if you want to see some pure rage.
That is chaos. That is anarchy.
It is anarchy. It's awful, and I have to do all of it.
You know, the video has ended like 3 minutes ago, and we're still rambling.
We're still talking. That's a problem whenever Ollie and I do videos, because we don't do this often enough, so we can't talk over it as much as we'd like. Anyway, so I'm going to put a stop to this. Ollie, it was great having you. I hope you guys enjoyed these parts, and we'll see you in the next part. Take it easy, everybody.
GM out.